Welcome back to another episode of FitQuest. Sorry about the delay. I had a family emergency, had to go home for a couple days. But I'm back, and we're back here with Andrew Slezak. He's a personal trainer here at the Urban Athletic Club. He's been here since day one, so trained a bunch of clients and knows exactly what he's talking about. Thomas from Grand Junction, Colorado asked him about a good ab workout. So I want to go into the abdominals and the core and some misconceptions, and then what is a great core workout for Thomas to do in Colorado. So thanks for coming on.
Sounds good. Well, thanks Thomas for asking the question. It's one of my friends, Thomas Spain from back home, with a previous back injury. So I think the ultimate thing to think about here when we're doing our ab exercises is to think about what the actual purpose of the abs is: to stabilize the trunk, stabilize the spine, and work in conjunction with the hips. One thing I want to go for is if I came over and just nail Chris in his stomach, what's his first reaction going to be? It wouldn't hurt. Abs of steel. He's going to tighten his abs up, right? Contract everything, bring the ribs down to the hips, and go for a neutral spine. We're going to keep that same position in every ab exercise that we do. The body is not designed to be thrown around into sit-ups. That's why I'm not a firm believer of doing the next greatest sit-up and flopping around on the ground for reps. So let's go ahead and start off with the plank. As you can see here, Chris has his arms parallel. Another big mistake we always see in the plank position are arms together with protracted shoulder blades, rounded shoulders. It's not good for your shoulders. Open those shoulders up, pull those hands back, and then we're going to pop up on our toes back here. We can see that we have a flat back. We're not going for a flat back from the ankles to the shoulders. We're going from the hips to the shoulders. We're perfectly flat here, just as if he was about to get hit in the stomach. He's flexing his glutes, flexing his quads, and he's pushing back onto his heels, putting his ankles in a strong dorsiflexion position. Now, from this position, we can do all kinds of things. To begin, if you want to get more advanced, make sure you can hold it for 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8, drop your hips to the ground, come right back up. Hold it for 10 more seconds. Do this 4 times. If you can't hold it for 4 times, then we're not ready for any more advanced movements. The next thing we do is, since once again we're shooting for stability, go ahead and relax for a second. So we can pick up a leg, and we can move it out to the side, and all we're doing here is we're changing different planes of force on our trunks, our stability. You can pull it out to the side. He can have both feet down. He can walk one foot out and walk the other foot out, walk it in. He can also use his arms here, bouncing on his arms. Reach one out, reach out in front. The idea is that we're going to keep as you see here, it's tough. Chris is very advanced, and it's tough to make sure we're trying to keep our trunk as flat as we can. Right? So you can make this a very advanced move. The flatter your hips are, the more you're going to feel it. Cool? Next, go ahead and roll over to our back. We're going to go over a dead bug position. Here, once again, to really learn how to activate our abs, we're going to press his belly button to the floor. If I reach around here, I can't put my hand underneath his back. That lumbar curve is flattened out.
Yeah, so sometimes you start to come up, right, and you can be able
exactly right. If you can see your ribs coming up, you're pushing your ribs down, pulling your hips in tight. We're also looking for a strong dorsiflexion in the ankles, tighten up the hamstring, which is going to be our resistance. You can slowly go down, and relax at the bottom, bring it back up. Good. Cool. So with that same position, you can do all kinds of things. The most important part when you're on your back is you can have your legs straight. You can even have one come down and then one come back up. You can have both legs out. You can do bicycle kicks. Doing your bicycles, do them real slow. Have one leg out, dorsiflex the ankle. Now bring it back in, other side. Slow and under control. And you see here, his back, his abs are staying in the same position. He's not flopping around. He's smooth under control, not letting the momentum do it for him. Let it all focus on stability.
Cool. So thanks for coming on, Andrew. I think the biggest misconception that people have when they think abdominals is sit-ups. And that flexion, the constant flexion here, really doesn't serve that much of a purpose.
Exactly right.
And then people see the six-pack abs and it's like, oh, I got to do 1,000 of this ab flexion, but that's really not the case. We want to strengthen up the stabilizing muscles, and then, the abs are made in the kitchen, not the gym, so you got to eat right to show them.
Exactly right.
All right, well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with another episode tomorrow. Have a good one.